Okay, so we're back, and I've arrived at Babylon, place with the right at Byzantium, place with the alleged Byzantium bazaar, but unfortunately, it's the market has been disrupted, along with like everything else except for heavy battery. Like if I come back within about a month, about 2 months and a half, I could just invade this and take this over. Which like I am tempted to do. Like I think I should do it. 70 days until Megaport comes back up. I need 3 days for industry. And plus it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AI cores. So that would be pretty nice. I would need I would need to get rid of these guys first to see what's up. Yeah. So we just have a look at the defensive strength. So if I bombard them for heavy batteries, tactical bombardment. Well, I don't really want to. What could I do then without? Well, I could try getting an agent over. Level 1 agent, level 3 agent, move over to Imperium, Stellar Imperium, Byzantium. Takes 12 days. I'm not sure if they'll be able to take out one of the relevant industries fast enough, but we'll see. You know, let's have this girl move over as well, just to have a little bit more time on it. 13 days. Okay, never mind. Well, we can try anyway. What do we have here? Administrator. Nope. Somebody else. Not a freelance one, which is what I'm looking for. So I go back over to Uzbek, which I can, and switch out my fleet for more population heavy. Okay, so nothing. It's going to be nothing on Beranthius. And how about Hadrian? Yeah, so I'm not going to be very much there. So if I get about 3,500 in Marines, I could take this over. Delivery failed. What? Damn. That sucks. This uses a lot of fuel. We'll see the conquest. Eventide. Do I have anything that produces fuel? No, I import it from outside. Who exactly? I'm not close enough to see information. Might get them to produce fuel then. Do I produce any fuels at all? At the moment, no. So, with that in mind, well, how about Jangala actually? Since I'll be there extremely low, 125%. So no. Well, as in not ideal. So plus there's already volatile production there, so I don't have to worry about losing production at all. I think it won't be possible unless mining gets disrupted, I guess. So what do we want? We want people. We want lots of people. Lots of people. I would use a Starliner or two. Conquest. Oh, there's a Starliner. We're under strength. Get about 3,000 crew. That might be enough. And then all the marines we can. That was nice. In terms of weaponry, these guys, it's okay. Like it has squalls, which is not, it's honestly not that great. The rest of these weapons are pretty poverty, actually. Well, okay, wow. I don't like these very much. We'll outfit them over at Asheru then. The rest of these guys, like, this is auto fit. This one looks to also be auto fit. Yeah, definitely auto fit. What else do we have here? Tarsus and Venture. Okay, cool. Why does this have increased requirements? High quality suite, I guess. Wow. Also use a fuel tanker. Let's get over to Asheru. Sabotage industry. Target heavy batteries. How long would this take? 64 days. What else can I target? Megaport, I guess. I can target, let's go for heavy batteries. Success chance 65%. Okay. We'll do it. The other agent is also about to arrive. So how long is this disrupted? Isn't it still disrupted? Imperial Guard HQ. Isn't it still? What the heck? Why is only the Bazard saying that it's disrupted? Weird. It's complete 80. And only 50% chance. Okay. Let's try and raise relations just in case. See what I can get for pilots. Well, mostly crew people. and get ourselves an actual conquest. Then another several thousand pilots, several thousand marines. Do I have myself any other ships that I could really use for combat? Small ships. I could use the Hawkmoth field cruiser. Well, I think I might pull out the Legion. Yeah, let's do it. Definitely going to be enough pilots. I'm not sure if that'll be enough fuel though. Let's get myself a. Yeah, let's take the Hawkmoth. Tactical laser? Nah. Get fuel on this. Auxiliary fuel tanks? No? No auxiliary fuel tanks on this thing? Requires dock, okay. 170 points here. Worth it. Not quite the same PD I'm looking for. Guess I'm out of thermals. Why is there so much less space here? Okay, whatever. Javelins? We could use exalts instead then. So I don't have two of them, so I guess Scorpio. As for the Legion, we give it massive months bombers or fighter bombers. Let's see what sort of long range weaponry I got. Long range obelisks, maulers. I think the HVDs are the go-to here. Alright. That should be good. Of course, I can take on like efficiency overhaul here until right up until I get into the planet, into Byzantium sector system, because I have a colony there, so I have a docking. I could do that. Oh. Right. So goal here is to take over Byzantium, and then let's take this first. Ha ha ha. Actually, I didn't have for this one. This one's using ass. So see, it's using it doesn't have legendary. You get a little bit more experience. Most I deployed here is the Drover and also the Huron? No, just the Drover. This should be fine. That is in terms of ship location. Minus 20% range hurts. Yes, time acceleration. Okay. Nice. Fuck. Easy. Let's get some cores from this. Oh, only beta core? So, I thought there was a gamma there. Oh well, I'll take it though. See what's over in Jankawa. We have Super Freighter and another Super Freighter. What do you got? The Vespa torpedo. You get yes. Yeah, I should outfit. Budget? No. Yes, the budget. The one with the budget. So weapon wise, well, you don't need ECCM, that's for sure. Use some basic weapons. I need nothing terribly fancy. Ion beam. Sure. Light CPIC. Sure, what the hell, 2 hammer torpedoes. Budgets aren't bad, honestly, for this mod, or this cruiser carrier. I might go with something with EMP though. That would be better. Light shield, yeah. Know what I can do with ITU. And hardened shields as well. Alright. We are ready to go. So it looks like fighting's gonna have 4K in just Marines. Yeah, that should be fine. Getting over there will take about 10 days, 5 days. Okay. Right. I'm not gonna go to Byzantium directly. I'm gonna go to another small planet first. I could swap out both my officers and swap out both officers and hull mods. And commander combat endurance. I don't want combat endurance on it. Alright. Here we go. Gonna invade. Holy shit. It's just as well that they're chasing something else and not meal. Let's have a look. Just at 3.5k, and there's 9 days left until this gets unfucked. Star Fortress has 29 days left. So how long until my things go through? 36 and 48 days. That's a bit too long, longer than I want. So it's time for us to invade now. Combat freighter and light cruiser. So these are fairly even teams so far, until I add in the rest of my fleet. Let's have the Valkyries protect the Legion. Legion will hopefully get in front. Am I getting there in time? I don't expect so. Guess so. Trebuchet is nice. Some pretty long range weapon for a combat fighter. Why are my ships all the way over there? Well, this guys, it's time to open up the fight. What are my defenses? Ibises and a crump. They're gonna take this one out. What are those? Armageddon. Long range missiles. You're facing the exact opposite way that you should be, so this is going to be easy. And you're also fluxed out. Seeing a pretty good shield. Not for long. Come on. Alright, there you go. Don't know why I'm bothering with the frigates. No, double. It's just turn it on to full assault because we're not going to get it. Would have been a bit overzealous with the Sables that time. Reaper. What's left? We'll go for the bigger ships. That's just about it. This one might go down. Probably will. Nice. Combat freighter. Let's see. So it has. Okay. 1 medium universal. It came with 2 sledge cannons or something like that. 1 heavy auto cannon. For a capital side, it's kind of lowish. What else can I say? Strike cruiser. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. Invasion 1200. That's even lower than it was before. Supply shortage. Okay, that explains it. Force balance 83%. Let's go. Interstellar Bazaar is disrupted for 41 days. Oh well. Alright, so but do I keep it? No, I don't. Oh, I do keep it. Hell yeah. This is almost ready. The heavy battery's still intact. By command. I could switch out the Star Fortress for a better one, but like other than that, it's pretty good. You know, obviously everything is disrupted, so that sucks. Oh well. So how am I doing with the with the international fucking with Imperium now? Can't be very good. So we got 2 Armageddon launchers, which are larges. Oh. This type temporarily changed after using Magnum Salvo. Magnum Salvo reloads Armageddon quickly, replenishes Armageddon ammo and briefly enhances Armageddon missiles. Imperium Armor Package. Enhanced Apocalypse MRMs. Wait, does it have more integrated? No. Enhanced Apocalypse MRMs split into 4 Funday SRMs. What if I had something else then? Magnum Salvo. Okay. So I don't think I want MERVs. Elite package reduces CR. Targeting package seems pretty good, as always. 2-stage missiles that deal kinetic damage. This thing becomes, since it gets infinite reloading, replenishes ammo, becomes infinite kinetic weapons that are desaturation as well. Okay. And of course, I already have PD saturation from other weapons that I'll be installing. Tons of it. Cargo gun only takes 2 off and does 50 times 3 burst in a burst, so 150 damage burst. We started at 1.2, but it's only 2 off, so like it's pretty good for that. Damage per shot, shots per shot is 12. So that means for the burst it takes only 36 flux. Not great, but let's see. Ah, fuck. Took everything off. No. want to test this. Fight against tanker. Salamander's auto fire. Alright. That thing actually has a ton of what's it called? A ton of PD. Lots of shredders. It's actually kind of hard to get attacked. Let's see what happens if I magnum salvo it. Okay. Okay. Well, one, we get it onto inked and auto fire. Just freaking shoot all the missiles. This thing would be a pretty good missile boat at a destroyer size. It takes no, it's cruiser size. Cruiser size. A very small cruiser. And so we have 2 medium missiles, 2 small missiles, and 2 pseudo large missiles. Okay. How am I with Imperium now? I'm just barely into hostile. That's some use. Gotten quite a couple of them by now. People list of one. See if I can make peace with Imperium. Versus Carthage. I have no idea where Carthage. I'm sure it's somewhere not terribly important. Administrators, turn in these AI cores. Let's see what they're worth. 200%. Alright, military options. Oh, special functions, prisoner actions, repatriate prisoner. That has only 100% rating. Okay, what if I put on? What if I put on the AI on that? What happened then? Well, anyway, I should probably put an AI on this one. So I have 2 days left. Suspend repairs, 3 days. Okay. Only died 175%. Okay. Right? Oh, I broke. Okay, great. By great, I mean that sucks. 3 days left. No supplies here? Rip. I could make everything arrive here in 2 days. Or I could head over to Turian. Just real quick. $1.1 million. Oh. Bombardment destroyer. With anti-fighter missiles. Equipped players. Comes with 1 large ballistic. Let's have a try. Possibly. Let's fly myself back over to friendly space. It's a PV boat with a large kind of like the bully. Ill advised. What is this? So let's see what happens if I put on. Okay, so it doesn't really have. What? I can't put this on. Not applicable. The heck? Okay. Let's give it something while we go back now. I could make like up here my new base. Yes, it's like a possibility. Wow. You're sort of patrolling. This is like a pirate type ship. Ah, okay, yeah, that explains it. No wonder it doesn't have it. Yeah, it's going to dock. So let's see what we got for real missiles. Well, in terms of the flux cost for Magnum itself, it doesn't actually cost very much. So we can afford to take off. Unfortunately, its range is only 1,500, so that makes it pretty much a short range missile, which means I need to, if I want to complement it well, I would also need other short range missiles that are reloadable. So I don't have very many of them. I think like the ones I got that would be within that range, like salamanders basically. I guess I could use Inferno Mercs. Those are kind of disappointing though. Like good reason that we don't have a lot of unlimited ammo, like weapons that are short range. Tracers, I guess. Max ammo, burst size. Second reload 2, burst size. So you get 2 every 20 seconds. That's roughly, that's like slightly better than salamanders, I guess. Definitely better than salamanders. Then for the small missiles, we can use more tracers. Yes. Or micro missiles for more saturation. Micro missiles are actually fairly balanced in terms of their saturation, since they have like so little damage. And their DPS sucks too. Could try it. I mean, they're one of the few high explosive reloading missiles that we have. The demods on it literally don't matter, because neither of them affect. I have way too much flux for this thing. Very small cruiser. What the fuel usage? Yeah, it's pretty high. Oh well, whatever. I don't know why pulsars are allowed to be blueprinted. Yeah, Cyphers, I could use some of those. The heck? I put hardened subsystems on this thing. Whack. The 2 CPEX. I'm looking forward to the day when I actually have try some of the superiority fighters. Well, I'm looking forward to when I actually get those Cobras. And we get 6 Cobras? that right? Yeah, 6 Cobras per cruiser. That's literally as much as the Astral. Wow. We could do this thing. This thing only has 125 speed. Now we can do this. That's pretty insane. Point defense. Let's get some point defense. Thermal point defense. Thermal scatter point defense. Tendency pulse emitter. Tri-beamer. We do tri-beamer. Fancy weapon wise. We could do heavy shock beam. Or phase lances. Particle rifles, 2 of them. I mean, they're not terribly great, and not much damage. This one I put ITU on this, so that's why this one has way less how many missiles are these? So this one has much less op to use. Accelerate missiles, right? There goes. Ballista launcher. Like ballista launcher. I could do two phase lances. That could work. This one's well known. I have one famous one. Let's get rid of the legendary Legion. Also, I have notable, famous. All right, notable, legendary Mora. Or you can put that away for now then. So this is the silly. It's not gonna work. The Antaeus. Weapon integration. Non-beam weapons is increased by 100. So what can we put on this that's non-beam? Well, for one, we should downsize the front weapon. Probably standoff suppressor. Yeah, that could work. Urchin. Not the biggest fan, but yeah, we can use that. Espida repeater. Also suppression. So it's basically an energy version of the Urchin. It's EMP damage. That's cool. Alright. So we get a bunch of sledge guns. Maybe. I don't have any op to spare. So sledge guns take 7 off, and that's not gonna happen. I need like monogram railguns. There's nothing else that I can really use. Don't think I have them though. Small ballistic. You make blue butters. But they're not 1K range. Shit. Closing weapon system. Blackish charger. 150. Be like 10. Go for energy weapon. CPEX have 6 cost, 775 range. It's pretty decent. Also absurd energy cost, so I'm not going to be able to use those for very long. I could just go with like random shit. Things that just work. Nothing special really. This is going to be silly. Tell. This is like 600 range. You can use tri-beamers for defense. Then again, I also already have flight and light. Medium polarizer. I could just use pulse lasers. It won't have very much punching power, but okay. I don't really want to use more op on this thing. Nor do I want a longer range weapon. I could have the smalls actually work. So in terms of the large, I think it's about 600 range then, or 500 range. That's going to be a bit difficult. Well, with that in mind, I could put on a safety override on this thing then, and solve like a bunch of problems. Maybe. but I can't because BlackRock Flux Core, right? Oh. Alright, so we have an extremely short range. I'll put on Devastator, of course. Of course. Or we could put on the, I guess, nothing bigger, nothing better either. Mini flak, mini blaster arrays. This is going to be absurd. Do I even need these weapons at the back? I mean, I guess. Be good for point defense as well. But both violence and safety overrides, oh boy. Safety overrides and weapon integration system. Okay. See how this flies. Well, that was really not good. Oh. That was really, really not good. And just now my engines come online. Once they do get in damage range, it is overwhelming. So if I could get some more turret guns, I could just use that instead of the mini ones. I don't have any more. Can I make some more? Yes. 100 DPS, 125, not the most, but they do have 550 range, and they only cost 4 op. It's really good, actually. This thing gets 1 boar drone and then 2 more fighter bays. It's also moderately effective, but it's also a burn to 6. It doesn't have civilian hull, so you would have to put ADF on it. It only has 135 op, so even if you put like sparks on it, like 2 sparks ADF, and then what else? Then try to fill up those medium. You only have 1 medium missile, 1 small missile. Surveying. Like the main draw is that it's only 20 deploy points for, well, I guess 2 wings, bunch of mining beams. Coordinate optics with 2 sparks can be kind of good, but like you could probably just use a Huron instead for the same effect, or if not better. Huron costs 20 to deploy, but it's a dedicated, also much faster in many ways. Right. Light CVEC has extremely good flux efficiency, and dealing 30 energy damage is not too bad, honestly. Yeah, I could try having a bunch of those. And the time it takes for it to hit the minimum charges is about 6 seconds. About 6 seconds. Yeah, because it takes 6 seconds to fire 10 salvos. 6 or 7 seconds of continuous fire. So you could actually use this pretty well, I think. We'll give it a shot. I like this as an idea. It's a bit. Well, I'm not sure how to make it actually work. Take these off or get a real weapon for missiles. Or something super short range. Aegis flat cannon maybe. Yeah, it has terrible flux efficiency. Mostros. Capacitor scatter laser could work. What else we got for 20? Oh, this thing. Of course, auto pulse. Silver laser is mostly for EMP. Everything else is long range. Divinity assault cannon has 600 base range. Use that. Divinity assault cannon costs how many off? 24 off. And Mostro has 700 and costs 20. Which is, oh wait, what's Divinity? It does 400 damage instances and 0.8% efficiency. That actually makes it just as good as the Mostro. Like basically, well, except for it's shorter, which is fine. Turn you back into mini blasters. Let's see if we can get some. What do we want here? First, I think I would like some shield breaking, which means Sables, which I don't have apparently. I guess we use NRMs and maybe Raphaels. No Sables, but I guess I have to do. Hello there. Oh fuck! It's a bot. How do I get rid of this guy? Sorry. Are they already gone? Oh, that's kind of. Well, I've seen bots before, but yeah, the username made me pretty suspicious. They're already gone before I could kick them or block them. I'm not sure if I could block them from the chat overlay. I'm not sure. Oh, there is a block option. I'm not sure if that blocks them on Twitch as well, or if it's just personal. Oh well, probably not going to see that guy again anyway. They tend to not stay for long. So let's see. Light CPIC, like 30 damage instances, is just not enough to really deal any damage. Well, I heard I could just like get this thing up with the antimatter blasters. That would be interesting. We have 4 on each side, so 8 antimatter blasters firing all at once. I could have even 2 more. 10 antimatter blasters firing all at once. I have exactly 10 of them, so that's 14,000 in damage. 10 of them also means 90 off. Okay, well, okay, I could try that. I'll try that in a bit. See if I can get something better though. I might go with Levereeds, since I'm going to be pretty at melee range anyway. It could work. I don't really like that they have like perfect hard points. Post a cookie. Most other missiles, most other slots have like some sort of angle. This one I think looks like a 10-degree slot. So this makes aiming the lever pretty hard, especially because they're so wide. Maybe not lever then. This basically means I have to use guide ones if I want to actually hit things. Or go with, okay, what about this thing? Rolls 100 damage. These things do a lot more damage on hull. Nope. These are also rockets as well, so they don't have any hitting ability. Use Tracer, which would be kind of decent here actually, since that would let me catch up things better. We just heard a mouse downstairs. I guess we could get some EMP damage in here as well. And cannons. Or embracers. They have embraced pulsers? Is that what I'm looking for? Could use that. I'm also specifically looking for a high EMP damage point defense weapon from Siflon. I don't have right now, it seems. But if I take this, I might as well just get the 300 EMP damage for 5 shots. After 5 shots, not that much maybe. It has a fire rate of, yeah, so it would hit one EMP shot every about 1.5 seconds. 5/3, what? So 1 in 6 seconds. So I think I'd rather use an EMP, a regular ion cannon for that. So you basically depend on divinity for armor damage. I don't need to though. I use some of the assault cannons. Put the missiles in the front, so I could actually aim them. They have infinite ammo, so there's no reason to put them on alternating. So this should work. Maybe. Ibis missiles. They are point defense. They're in point defense slots as well, so no point being there. I think I missed some. Oh. Hold on. Cool.
Oh. With by 1,000 cuts. Oh, actually, vent when I have all these things firing. That's not great. Oh. An interesting setup to say the least. It's not quite. Is it quite fast enough to catch up to anything? Top speed 111. I do this. Get 400 for a couple moments. Of course, it just doesn't have enough op to, like, it only has 10,000 flux capacity. It's really not enough op to do much with. It's really hard. I downgrade these to like regular sabos. I guess I could, but then it also loses on a lot of power there. I can use pulse rockets maybe. First of a couple of like 10. It's still weak though. Of course, dropping the tracers could work. That would actually work. That would free up a lot of op. And by a lot, it still feels really strained. This is a pretty fun build though. Try this. Instantly we're both pretty much, oh fuck. I'm more fucked up than it is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, outbuilded. Oh, come on. Alright. So I think not downsizing them is probably the right idea. Getting ballista, getting tracers, knockout engines. Other than that, like, it's pretty much, it's a pretty silly build. Alright, I forgot about, there we go. One more thing I want to try on it is the multiple antimatter blasters. Am I out of antimatter blasters? Really? Oh, I put it on the wrong slot. I need 14,000 capacity to be able to fire it once. Yeah, okay. And are they all on the same one? Yes, they are. Oh boy.
This is going to be absurd. Oh, that was pretty useless. What if we take off? This is still pretty useless. We'll find it something you can actually fight against, maybe. The other thing I should probably do, maybe make it do is alternating. Then if you leave it to AI to fire it, might be able to do better. Wow. Not really, but yes. If you take this all off, we could put safety overrides back on. Yeah, this will do. Yeah, this will do. It's fine. Alright, that's enough of that for now. I should get back going outside. I don't know why I even bother with expanding missile racks on this thing. What I could do is ITU since it's a cruiser. And I might as well get some better weapons on the rear. I have 35 dual light machine guns. Wow. Triple conquests. Oh. Epic. Really don't need 4,000 crew. And broke again? Okay. Why are they flying around then? Alright, whatever. Oh, I should check this place out. That would be cool. If I remember correctly, there was break breakers in one of the systems. Which means I should probably bring... Yeah, sure, why not? How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 5, 20. Okay, yeah, it's not too many. Get some more crew though. I don't need those guys. And I also don't need a Starliner, since I'm not invading any planets. What kind of other fighters can I get? None right now, actually. The capital in mind. I should. Oh, hey, I do have a pilot. Great. I guess we e-burn through this. Nice. Orbital station at where? I think it was Byzantium or something. Maybe. Station name. This? No. Alright. So I have almost everything self-imported. Except for drugs, I guess. What do I want here? A fortress. Do I want a mining here? It's abundant. I'm not sure what the hell. I'll get it at when next 9? No, 4 is the max. Do I really want infection shortage available 6? Oh, my second largest planets. My industry disrupted for 6. Ventide doesn't even have mining. Doesn't even have light industry, rather. City, though, also the same. Where do I have that even has production for it? These. What kind of combat freighter is this? Guess I'll never find out. So this one we've done a basic survey over with. How difficult is threat level high? Okay. Okay. I guess I should approach that, but I don't want to push it too close, so I'll go over by the brown dwarf. It should be safer. So, oh fuck. So this is Starsector. You are in command of a fleet consisting of up to 30 ships by default. 30 ships ranging from frigate-sized ones to all the way to much larger capital ships. War size being frigates, destroyers, cruisers, and capitals. They fill all sorts of roles, some being direct warships, like the Conquest, some being spacecraft carriers rather, some being more logistics ships, like to carry troops, to carry crew, excess crew rather, primarily for the purpose of replenishing aircraft carrier crew or carrying marines to invade planets. So you take these ships and you generally go into combat with them, and it's a top-down arcade style shooting thing. Each ship has set slots for equipment, but you can outfit them with a huge variety of different guns and missiles. In addition, there's also some other customization to the ships, like how much they put into energy for shields and firing weapons, as well as more general things like reinforced electronics or extra aiming range or stronger shields in general. Alright, I should be able to take this on. My fleet feels very small. Smaller than it usually does. It's not good. In the top-down view, it's very, it's pretty good. I don't have that much else to say about it. I pretty enjoy it, obviously, and it's a lot of explosions. So you yourself can pilot one ship and control it in every which way, and then all the other ships. Yep, I'm currently piloting this red ship, the Dominator, and then all the other ships are AI controlled. In terms of the AI skill, it's fairly good actually. And additionally, you can have a sort of tactical view of the battle space, which gives you various grand orders, like ordering my strike craft, my fighters, to target one ship in particular, or telling my ships to all stay near a point. When ships get destroyed, they are killed. Oh fuck. When ships get destroyed, they at the end of the battle, depends on whether you're victorious, as in whether you retreat or whether the opposing fleets retreat. If the opposing fleets retreat and you're victorious, then you have the opportunity to salvage ships. Salvaging means not only your own ships, but also enemy destroyed ships, like ships that belonged to the enemy. So that's one way you can get a lot of loot. But in addition to ships, you can also get Jesus. You can also get equipment. So they're the weapons belonging to the enemy. That's one of the primary ways to upgrade. The other ways is to go to a planet or a starbase, and you can buy equipment there as well, ships and weapons. Oh, do I lose? No. If this ship gets destroyed, I can just hop into another one. The player doesn't actually die. There's escape pods for everything. And if you lose your last ship, then depending on whether you have any ships left in your fleet at all, that includes logistics ships, then like if you lose all your ships, then you get sent. You wake up on a random planet with basically no money and no ships. Okay, I'm not sure about the no money part, but I know that you end up with a really basic ship. Ow. So like you, the player, are not terribly special beyond that. You are not controlled by an AI. In terms of power level, you are fairly similar, fairly equal to what the AI has. Usually, in most parts. Right, can I place any more ships yet? Nope. Alright, so the Guardian's still up. Ooh. Oh, come on. Well, it goes down anyway. Alright, so that's okay. Now we can go full offense. Hopefully. Still have a lot of fighter cover though. That ship I blew up was one of the enemy capitals, so it was a fairly powerful ship. If I left that, so it's just one of the. It's just a strong ship. Alright, your damage, retreat. It had a lot of weapons, and fighters are also pretty. Its fighters are also pretty strong, so it's a pretty good idea to get rid of it sooner than later. Yeesh. Oh my god. So basically using your big ships that can weather the assault to take it out before engaging with their smaller ships that would get utterly shredded if it were still in the field. Yeah, that is one part of it. Yeah, it's also since capital ships obviously take up less. Like capital ships are like obviously one ship instead of having like two smaller ships. Capital ships are higher concentrations of firepower, which makes them a lot bigger of a threat in general. Okay, I really can't fight things with shields with this thing. 2 devastators is just not enough. I need some more destroyers, fast destroyers to really catch up to everything. Yeah. That or I just wait for my fighters to go to work. The ship I'm piloting right now is a type of ship that instead of having shields, it has the ability to go into phase space. Phase space, you're invulnerable to everything. Nothing will hit you. You're basically hidden from the regular combat space. You also have massive time multiplier, so like time passes faster for you compared to everybody else. So phase ships would use this to get into better positions faster, usually. Oh jeez. It also drains their combat time by a lot, since they are effectively dilating time compared to every other ship. And also the fact that they don't have shields also means that any damage they take is basically permanent for the course of the battle. So every hit that they take makes a mark on them. Whereas shields, like you just shields only increase the ship's flux, and flux comes like basically like energy limit. So if you keep the shields down for a while, then the ship's energy will go down, and you can turn them back up again later with no harm done, no permanent harm done. So it makes ships with shields a lot more survivable like that. They can take a lot more damage, in that they can actually take damage without permanent effect. What am I at? 65%? Right. Okay. We go back into pick-off mode. Yuch. Ah, fuck. So against most opposing fleets, once they take enough losses, they'll go into full retreat mode, at which point you are considered victorious. But against some, they don't go into full retreat mode, which means that they'll fight until they're all dead. Is sometimes good, sometimes bad. So like most ships don't have shields that go that like when they are fully deployed, they don't go 300, like they don't go around the entire ship, which means that most ships have at least some part of their ship as a blind spot, as a weak spot, and that there's no shield coverage. However, some ships do have the ability to swing their, like rotate their shields. Oh fuck! And that lets them like basically angle their shields around and get a good defensive arc. Yeah. So this makes flanking potentially very powerful. In that, like, you'll basically attack an unprotected part of the ship, right? And on the other side, you also want to not get flanked on yourself most of the time. Oh fuck! Okay, that one I can take. 2 sparrows. Okay, no, I don't want to. Alright, none of these are actual warships. I guess the Praetor is kind of. That's the only destroyer. So I'm kind of lacking in warships here. So now I'm taking over a smaller ship, a destroyer size ship, which means less firepower, less stats, less survivability. This one actually has a shield for once. That's nice. Oh fuck. The AI is very hit and miss. In general, the AI puts a fairly big priority on surviving, which leads to it being more cautious than the player. Players tend to play really aggressively and risky, which the fuck is that doing over there? Which leads to player ships tending to take a lot more damage. Since players tend to like to try to push their ships to the limit in true pro MLG manner. Okay, well that's gone. Alright, whatever. But this also means that player ships will tend to deal more damage and be more glass cannon-like. In terms of phase ships, it takes a lot more tactics to use a phase ship than a regular shield ship, since you have to think about positioning a lot more. how do the AI handle piloting them? They like to spend. They tend to. It depends on the phase ship. Like there's only a couple of phase ships in the game. Like if they take up maybe like 10% of the different ship types, or rather different ship hulls. So the AI, depending on which one it is, the AI tends to spend a lot more time in phase space than they need to, or especially compared to the player, which means that they use up their combat resources, their combat time, a lot faster than the player would, and a lot faster than other ships would, which results in, well, them what's it called? Them running out of combat faster. They also, because they spend a lot more time in phase space, they use up all their energy just being in phase space, which leads them to having overall less energy for actual combat. Combat time, so there's two parts to it. One is combat readiness, which is the general ability of a ship to do combat. So like fire their guns, run their engines, keep up their shield. That's referred to as a percentage. Default being 70% combat readiness. You can go up to 100%. The other being peak performance time, which is measured in seconds. And basically, in combat, when you're in combat, when you're close to an enemy, like I am right now, then your ship will take peak performance time. Holy fuck. Oh, there we go. Server reset in Pardus. So if you're near, I guess you're Tivia, right? Alright. Well, I guess hopefully somebody will go reset the Pharaoh Serpent in. So basically, if your ships are in combat, like actively engaging in combat, or otherwise just very close to an enemy ship, they'll take up peak performance time. So after, like, by default, a destroyer has, I think, 360 seconds. So after 360 seconds of peak performance time where everything is working perfectly fine, then your ship will start degrading in combat readiness. Combat readiness affecting like your ship engine speed, affecting how accurate your guns fire, and if your combat readiness goes low enough, then your guns start malfunctioning, which means that they're temporarily disabled. Obviously, having temporarily disabled guns is a bit of a reduction in combat power. If you get to 0 combat readiness, then your everything stops working. Like your ship moves very slowly. You can't fire weapons. You can't use your ship's specials. Like you can't even use shields, I think, which is which basically means that your ship is out of commission for combat. Oh, come on. Got a little sidetrack there, and forgot about the rest of my fleet. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any support against the cruiser. Turns out everybody else finished everything else there, and I wandered way off course. So yeah, it's generally good to have well, you generally don't want to have low combat readiness. Combat readiness or combat time, peak performance time, is a means to make it so that stalemates are never fully stalemates. So after like about 4 or 5 minutes, ships will often start like just becoming utter garbage in their combat ability, especially once like shields are down. Once ships move slowly, they can't really dodge shots. So it's a way to forcibly end or encourage the end of combat. Oh fuck. I'm about to get fucked. Come on, let's go. Go. Okay. 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 Let's see, that's at 49% combat readiness. Okay. What can we do here? Well, find another warlock. So this is the warlock was the capital ship was a capital ship class that we took out last time. It is a massive ship with quite a few weapons on it. Notably, it has 4 fighter bays. It has the ability to teleport a short distance, and it has 6 medium-sized weapons. But the biggest threat on it is definitely the 4 fighter bays. Okay, so let's see. We have a buckload of enemies. I don't have any better way to describe that. I guess we take the Praeton again. Or we could take a conquest. Yeah, let's do that. Taking up an actual warship this time. Sheesh. Oh, well, there goes my power. So once you take enough damage to your shields, or if you fire weapons, oh my god, fire weapons long enough, then your ship overloads in its flux. Flux being power supply. And overloading basically disables your ship for all sorts of weaponry. You can't fire your guns. You can't use shields until your ship stops being overloaded. Usually takes about 10 seconds. There are ways to increase or decrease that. Holy, I think I have to retreat here. Don't have a way to take these out. This coming here was a mistake. Aha! I can almost take this one out. Yes, one down. And I am fucked again. Take this one out maybe. One. The weapons are offline. Great. Alright, they're back. Oh, fuck me. Oh, come on. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Alright. So I probably shouldn't take this into any more combat, but looks like I'm not going to get out here without doing so. Can I take that on without dying? Maybe. Like my ship technically has enough damage to do it, just a matter of keeping it in range, and it bunks out. Alright, never mind then. Oh shit. Okay, that's okay, we're done here. And I could use it as defensively. What are you guys doing over there? Jesus Christ. Maybe you're stupid and you shouldn't be all the way off over there. Nope. Never of health left, so it's time. It's really time to back off. Oh. Oh Jesus. Oh, I think I should just retreat. Jesus. Yeah, right time to retreat. I don't think I'm gonna actually get out of here alive. What the fuck? What is that thing that's hitting me with like some sort of mines? I guess I have to toss away a couple of my ships in order to make my fleet small enough to retreat. Fuck. I could at the very least make them hurt for it. Yes. It's actually a little bit of a portrait pack. Oh well, this one's gone. So you can add in the, well, he's already said it, like different graphics for different things as an option. It's just extra options for different officers to use. There's some a couple portrait packs with like hundreds of different images. They're just headshots, so it's very simple to add them and add more of them. There are also a lot more other mods, like this fleet that's kicking my ass right now is a boss type faction from a different fleet, from a different mod, and most of my ships are not vanilla. Come on, what the fuck? How small do I have to be? I'll toss you guys out again. I honestly don't expect these things to live, even through this. Oh, that thing actually worked. Should have taken that earlier. Range 1000. But just stay at this range, it actually won't be able to hit me. And I won't be able to hit it either. Now that the fighters have arrived to take on my ship, I'm basically dead. Wow, okay. At this point, I think I just might try suiciding my ships in, so just get rid of them all. don't know why I thought it was a good idea to come down here. Oh. Well, most of these ships are replaceable. The ones that I'm throwing out right now, anyway. Some of the equipment is not quite as much, but most of it, I mean, I should be able to do it decently well enough. By replaceable, oh, okay. Attempt to disengage. Right, great. By replaceable, I mean, like a lot of these ships, I have colonies, and I can produce. I have factories on the colonies that allow me to produce ships, as well as equipment. So some of these I have their blueprints, which lets me do so at a cost. Where the hell did that get? Okay. Hopefully I can at least get away with this spaceship. As well as fuel to get back home. That would be nice. So the ships I have only exactly one ship that escaped. I lost everything else. How long am I gonna escape? I need to get all the way over there to get out. Oh, fuck. Or over there. The 300 detection range. Burn speed 9. I have burn speed 8, so means I need to kick it up a notch. No supplies. Okay, well that fucking sucks. Big sneak over here. I can get some supplies. I don't think I have the time to do so. I need to get over there. I need to get out fast. Oh fuck. Where can I get some supplies? Actually, I could go over here. I don't have any. I have control over there yet. I also have 0% Sierra. What the fuck? How am I not dying? That's not breaking down completely. Is this really okay? Oh, there we go. Damaged ship. Alright. Well, if that's the case, I might as well just go all the way back home. Damaged ship, lost crew. Well, I still have crew on it. I still have 300 crew. I have max crew still. Unless I lose the ship entirely. Oh, there we go, I lost the ship. Right, my fleet is scattered, and you yourself barely escape in a command pod. After a while, you're picked up by a passing salvage fleet and taken back to civilization. Eventually, you acquire another couple craft and are able to ply the space lanes once again. Alright, well that's it for today. I'm pretty much done here. Well, I am done here. after a very terrible choice to go and explore a dungeon or a sector, a system that's way out of my level. Right. It was pretty fun streaming. Hope you enjoyed watching as well. See you whenever.